Hello everyone, welcome to Spoken English Academy, where we help you improve your spoken English by learning valuable life lessons and insights. Today, we're diving into a topic that we all can relate to at some point in our lives, facing fear and taking risks. Fear and risk are two things that hold many of us back. When it comes to going after what we truly want, it's often fear that stops us. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. But on the other side of fear lies growth, opportunity, and success. Today, I'll share some insights on how we can understand our fears, overcome them, and make the most of the risks we take. So if you're someone who feels stuck because of fear, or if you have dreams but hesitate to take the first step, this talk is for you. Let's go on this journey together to understand why we feel fear, how we can face it, and why taking risks can be life-changing. Let's start by understanding what fear really is. Fear is a natural, human emotion designed to protect us from harm. In ancient times, fear kept us alive by warning us of danger, like wild animals or other threats to our survival. But in modern life, fear often works against us. Now, it's not wild animals we're afraid of, but rather things like public speaking, starting a new job, or moving to a new place. These things aren't life-threatening, but our minds still treat them as dangerous. Think about the times you've avoided doing something because of fear. Maybe it was a fear of failure. Maybe it was the fear of people judging you or thinking you're not good enough. Or maybe it was the fear of leaving your comfort zone. The thing is, our fears are often rooted in our desire to stay safe, but staying safe can also mean staying small and never reaching our full potential. Facing fear doesn't mean ignoring it. In fact, trying to ignore our fears only makes them stronger. Instead, we need to acknowledge our fears. Accept them as part of the journey, but don't let them control us. A helpful way to face fear is to try and understand it. Ask yourself, what am I really afraid of? When you look closer, you might realize that what you fear isn't as scary as it seems. One of the best ways to face fear is to take small steps. If there's something you're afraid of, start small. Break it down into little actions that you can handle. Let's say you're afraid of public speaking. Instead of jumping into a big speech, try talking to a small group of friends first. Then, gradually build up to speaking in front of larger groups. Taking small steps helps us build confidence and reduces our fear over time. Risk-taking is closely linked with facing fear. Every time we take a risk, we're stepping into the unknown, and that can be scary. But risks are also where growth happens. Think about all the successful people in the world. They didn't get there by staying in their comfort zones. They took risks. They faced uncertainty and pushed through their fears. Now, you might wonder, how do we know when a risk is worth taking? This is where self-awareness and a little planning come in. It's important to assess the possible outcomes. Ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen and what's the best that could happen? Often, you'll find that the possible benefits outweigh the risks. But even if things don't go as planned, taking a risk can teach us valuable lessons. Another powerful way to overcome fear and take risks is by focusing on growth, not results. When we focus only on the outcome, we set ourselves up for disappointment and pressure. But if we look at risks as opportunities for growth, we can see failure as just a stepping stone. Each risk we take helps us learn something new, and each mistake is a lesson that makes us stronger. Sometimes, we let the fear of others' opinions hold us back. We're afraid of what people might think if we fail. But here's the truth: most people are so busy with their own lives that they're not as focused on our mistakes as we think they are. And those who do judge us, their opinions are not as important as our dreams. We should not let the fear of others' opinions dictate our actions. Let's talk about embracing failure. Many of us are afraid to take risks because we don't want to fail. But failure is a natural part of growth. Think about when you learned to walk as a child. You fell down so many times, but you didn't give up. Each time you got up, you got a little bit stronger, until one day you could walk on your own. Failure isn't the opposite of success, it's a part of it. The more we fail, the more we learn. And the more we learn, the closer we get to success. The fear of the unknown is another big reason we avoid taking risks. We like predictability because it makes us feel safe. But life is unpredictable by nature. The unknown can be scary, but it's also full of possibilities. When we take a risk, we open ourselves up to new experiences, new people, and new opportunities. Embracing the unknown means being open to growth and ready to adapt to whatever comes our way. Another strategy for facing fear is to find role models. Look up to people who have faced their fears and taken risks. Read their stories, listen to their advice, and learn from their experiences. Role models can be incredibly inspiring because they show us what's possible. They remind us that we're not alone in our fears, and that success is achievable if we're willing to take that first step. It's also important to build a strong support system. Surround yourself with people who believe in you and encourage you to go after your dreams. Friends, family, and mentors can provide the support and encouragement you need to face your fears. They can remind you of your strengths and keep you motivated when things get tough. One key to taking risks is to accept that there's no guarantee of success. Sometimes, even when we take calculated risks, things don't go as planned. But that's okay. Life is about learning, growing, and adapting. Not every risk will lead to success, but every risk will lead to growth. So instead of focusing only on the result, focus on the journey. Learn to enjoy the process, and you'll find that each risk is an adventure in itself. Another important aspect of facing fear is self-belief. Believe that you are capable, strong, and resilient. Remind yourself of the times you've overcome challenges in the past. Trust in your abilities and know that you have what it takes to face whatever comes your way. So, let's make a commitment to ourselves. Let's commit to facing our fears, to taking risks, and to believing in our own potential. Each step forward, no matter how small, is a step toward growth and success. It's okay to feel scared, but don't let that fear stop you. Embrace it and let it be the fuel that drives you forward. As we wrap up, I want to leave you with this thought: fear is a part of life, but it doesn't have to control you. When we face our fears and take risks, we open ourselves up to endless possibilities. We grow, we learn, and we become stronger. Thank you for listening to Spoken English Academy. Remember, courage isn't the absence of fear, it's the willingness to move forward despite fear. I hope today's talk has inspired you to take that first step, to face your fears, and to pursue the life you've always wanted. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and remember you have the strength to achieve great things. Please like, share, and subscribe this channel to get more videos like this. Stay motivated, and I'll see you in the next episode. Take care and keep moving forward.